Hey guys, it's Yuta. So this is what happened. There's a VTuber called Tojo Rinka. She's a local VTuber from Matsudo City of Chiba Prefecture. She's been around for a couple of years and she uploads live streaming videos, plays video games, draws, sings, and other VTuber stuff. Pretty innocent and family friendly. In July 2021, she collaborated with Chiba Prefectural Police to make a video about how to ride a bike safely.
事故に遭った時、ヘルメットをかぶっていない場合は、かぶっている方よりも致死率が3倍高くなっているんだって。
So far, so good. The video was online for a few months until they suddenly deleted it from their Twitter and YouTube channel. The reason why they deleted the video was allegedly that a feminist group of politicians sent them a letter criticizing the VTuber. Take a look at the clip again and think what has been criticized.
傘差し運転していませんか？スマホ、ヘッドホンしながら運転していませんか？
You can also watch the full video on the VTuber company's YouTube channel if you speak Japanese. But if you don't, I will teach you the kind of Japanese that real-life Japanese people today, including VTubers, speak. So click the link in the description and subscribe. Anyway, this is what the feminist group said. She wears a very short sailor uniform top that exposes her stomach and belly button. Her large breasts sway every time she moves her body. From her lower garment, she's shown wearing an extremely short miniskirt, depicting her as a sexual object by exaggerating her sexual appeal while making her appearance seem like that of a girl in secondary school. It is absolutely unacceptable for a public institution like a police department to employ an anime character that depicts a young girl as a sexual object. So basically that the feminist group thinks that Tojo Rinka is a highly sexualized VTuber. Now, you might remember similar incidents in the past. In 2018, NHK, Japan's public broadcasting company, collaborated with Kizuna Ai for their website to talk about the Nobel Prize. Some people criticized it because they think she assumed the role of a dumb girl who listens to a man with an authority. In 2019, the Japanese Red Cross used Uzaki-chan for their poster to promote blood donation. Again, some people criticized it because they think Uzaki-chan is a highly sexualized character. In both cases, more people defended the characters than criticized them. And there are other similar incidents, so this is a recurring pattern. And it seems like every time this kind of thing happens, those who criticize are in the minority. This one is not an exception. In fact, Setsuko Itakura, the leader of the company that manages Tojo Rinka, defended her with passion. She said, "In the first place, VTubers express themselves as they want to be without being limited by appearance, age, or gender. They can wear whatever they want to and can travel to any world, which contributes to the spread of Japanese culture in a society based around ICT. This differentiates VTubers from anime characters, and each VTuber displays their own quirks and personality traits. Tojo Rinka was created by our company a year and a half ago, and she naturally has her own personality. She wears the type of clothes that idols wear because she loves idols." I like how you can tell that she's very passionate about what she does with her company. She also emphasized that Tojo Rinka wears what she wears because she likes it, and not because other people tell her to wear it. So, in a way, the feminist group is policing her clothing. Take a look at this comment. Back in the days when patriarchy was the norm, men shamed women for their behavior and the type of clothes that they wore, suppressing their freedoms. It is quite strange that feminists, who are supposed to be trying to liberate women from such oppression, are now doing the same thing, shaming others and suppressing their freedoms. The person who wrote this comment is actually that famous guy who married Hatsune Miku, a virtual singer. I didn't know he was very active on social media. But if you're familiar with Japanese popular culture, you can see that there's nothing special about what Tojo Rinka wears. Her costume is pretty normal for a VTuber. Of course, there are sexualized characters in the context of this anime, manga, VTuber culture, which you can easily find with a little bit of research. But I think it's fair to say that Tojo Rinka isn't particularly sexualized in the context of this culture. This person says, Tojo-san's outfit expresses the same parts of the body exposed by the clothes worn by the characters in 二人は Pretty Cool, a show I used to sing songs from when I was a student. When I was watching the show, I didn't think their costumes were sexual at all. Even some of the current Pretty Cool warriors expose their midriffs and wear miniskirts. I can't help but think that they wouldn't have complained if it was a Pretty Cool character. Pretty Cool is a massively popular anime for little girls. A lot of young women today grew up watching it, and the show is famous for consciously not to sexualize characters, to the point they didn't even let the characters wear a swimsuit before. So it's a good example of an anime with pretty but non-sexualized characters. Having said that, what you consider sexualized is subjective. So I can see that people who are not familiar with this part of Japanese culture think that somebody like Tojo Rinka is sexualized. This person said, the VTuber in question is wearing a miniskirt and a school uniform while exposing her midriff. Regardless of the person's intentions, the men watching would naturally view her in a sexual way. The way she speaks is also slow and clumsy, the same way a little girl speaks. She is exactly what men want, a young, innocent, erotic woman. That is why she is so popular. At the very least, I don't want to show off my midriff to a crowd, and I don't want to talk like an idiot. So to her, Tojo Rinka is a very sexualized character, although I don't think most men find this sexual. And she is not particularly a popular VTuber either. Most people hadn't heard about her before this incident. And I'd also like to emphasize that the world of VTubers can actually be quite complex in terms of gender and sexuality. Because this is a virtual thing, anybody of any gender, sexuality, or age can anybody of any gender, age, or sexuality. You don't even have to look like a human being. So becoming a VTuber can actually be a way of expressing your secret identity without worrying about how other people can judge you. You can even change your voice, so there are many possibilities. Because of that, many VTubers actively choose what they want to look like. This person says, if the person playing this VTuber was playing the character unwillingly, this criticism might make sense. However, VTubers around the world generally choose their appearance by the actor themselves. If anything, it is the feminists that are violating their dignity and threatening the economic activities of women. But some people say that it's normal that different places have different dress codes. So if she wants to collaborate with the police, she should dress in a certain way. This person says, I have no problems with the character herself, but I think they should have put more thought into her costume. In my opinion, it was unnecessary for them to go out of their way to show her midriff and have her wear a miniskirt. The girls shown in anime these days all have nice breasts and great figures, which is what otaku like. I personally think that laid-back characters with a cartoonishly big head are good because they are loved by all generations. It is true that many official characters of local governments tend to have this laid-back kind of look. But then again, people generally don't really want to look like them when they become a VTuber. But as you can see, this is a very interesting topic and there are so many different perspectives. But the thing is, the feminist group in question doesn't seem to want to participate in the conversation, despite the fact that a lot of people asked them for their comment. They just said, the document that was submitted was a document questioning their judgment as a public institution. Both the posting of the video and its deletion was done by the Chiba Prefectural Police. So they're basically like, oh, the police decided everything on their own and it doesn't concern us. And naturally, a lot of people were unhappy about it. This person said, it is ridiculous that they're claiming that the other party posted and deleted the video of their own accord when the written protest was sent by an official representative group composed of public figures. It is kind of strange that instead of using this opportunity to discuss gender issues, they don't seem to want to say any more. They act like a bunch of politicians. Oh, wait a minute, they are a group of politicians. So it kind of makes sense. But some people were so unhappy with the group, they even started a petition which attracted more than 60,000 signatures. Many people defended Tojo Rinka. As for the police, they actually commented on this issue. They said, based on concerns that the video may be perceived as having a different intention than the one intended, and keep in mind that the video was only meant to be public until the 17th of this month, we decided to delete the video after discussing it among the prefectural police members. We do not believe that the character was intended to be sexual in nature or portray a female child as a sexual object. We do not think that the character was inappropriate. So it seems like that the police didn't want anything that can remotely be controversial, even though most people would probably be okay. But this is a fairly recent incident and people continue discussing it. So if you want to follow the discussion, you need to understand Japanese, and if you want to learn Japanese with me, I will teach you the kind of Japanese that real-life Japanese people today, including VTubers, actually speak, which can be different from the kind of Japanese that textbooks and apps teach you because they can be unnatural and outdated. So click the link and subscribe to my email group, Japanese with Yuta. Alright, see you guys soon. Ciao ciao!